Be ready. Start. Section 154 of the Code requires that every information relating to the commission of a cognizable offense, whether given orally or otherwise to the officer in charge of a police station, has to be reduced into writing by or under the direction of such officer and shall be signed by the person giving such information. The substance thereof shall be entered in a book to be kept by such officer in such form as may be prescribed by the state government in this behalf. A copy of the information so recorded under section 154(1) has to be given to the informant free of cost. In the event of refusal to record such information, the complainant can take recourse to the remedy available to him under section 154(3). Thus, there is an obligation on the part of a police officer to register the information received by him of commission of a cognizable offense. The twofold obligation upon such officer is that A. He should receive such information and B. Record the same as prescribed. The language of the section imposes such imperative obligation upon the officer. An investigating officer, an officer in charge of a police station, can be directed to conduct an investigation in the area under his jurisdiction by the order of a magistrate under section 156(3) of the code, who is competent to take cognizance under section 190. Upon such order, the investigating officer shall conduct investigation in accordance with the provisions of section 156 of the code. The specified magistrate in terms of section 190 of the code is entitled to take cognizance upon receiving a complaint of facts which constitute such offense, upon a police report of such facts, upon information received from any person other than a police officer, or upon his own knowledge that such offense has been committed. On the plain construction of the language and scheme of sections 154, 156 and 190 of the code, it cannot be construed or suggested that there can be more than one FIR about an occurrence. However, the opening words of section 154 suggest that every information relating to commission of a cognizable offense shall be reduced to writing by the officer in charge of a police station. This implies that there has to be the first information report about an incident which constitutes a cognizable offense. The purpose of registering an FIR is to set the machinery of criminal investigation into motion, which culminates with filing of the police report in terms of section 173(2) of the code. It will thus be appropriate to follow the settled principle that there cannot be two FIRs registered for the same offense. However, where the incident is separate, offenses are similar or different, or even where the subsequent crime is of such magnitude that it does not fall within the ambit and scope of the FIR recorded first, then a second FIR could be registered. The most important aspect is to examine the inbuilt safeguards provided by the legislature in the very language of section 154 of the code. These safeguards can be safely deduced from the principle akin to double jeopardy, rule of fair investigation, and further to prevent abuse of power by the investigating authority of the police. Therefore, second FIR for the same incident cannot be registered. Of course, the investigating agency has no determinative right. It is only a right to investigate in accordance with the provisions of the code. The filing of report upon completion of investigation, either for cancellation or alleging commission of an offence, is a matter which, once filed before the court of competent jurisdiction, attains a kind of finality as far as police is concerned, may be in a given case subject to the right of further investigation, but wherever the investigation has been completed and a person is found to be prima facie guilty of committing an offense or otherwise, re-examination by the investigating agency on its own should not be permitted merely by registering another FIR with regard to the same offense. If such protection is not given to a suspect, then possibility of abuse of investigating powers by the police cannot be ruled out. It is with this intention in mind that such interpretation should be given to section 154 of the code, as it would not only further the object of law but even that of just and fair investigation. More so, in the backdrop of the settled canons of criminal jurisprudence, reinvestigation or de novo investigation is beyond the competence of not only the investigating agency but even that of the learned magistrate. Thank you.